Alright, so this video is about looksmaxxing, my looksmaxxing transformation sort of journey and all this stuff and what's been working for me, what's been helping me out. So by the thumbnail, you probably see that I used to have longer hair and a long beard, and I just cut it all off over the past year or two. And some people who know me, they know that like before that, I didn't have that back in like 2021. It started around like 2021 summer. After the end of the summer, I started to look this way because I grew out my hair and beard. And I mainly did it for like kind of spiritual reasons and like stuff like that. And I heard all these different things and rumors, and I tried it out. I thought I would have this like crazy intuition because like that was the main reason for it, was to have like this crazy intuition, like be better at manifesting, and also like I viewed like hair as like this thing that like wasn't supposed to be like cut off all the time, because I had these like thought processes of like, oh, like why would hair need to be cut if it's like given to you? Like, why would God give you hair just for you to cut it like every 2 weeks? And I had all these like different thought processes and everything, but then eventually I just got rid of it, right? And I thought, oh well, this is being more annoying and causing me to be more annoyed than I guess helping me. So I just thought, well, when I actually weigh the pros and cons, even if I'm correct and all this, it doesn't really matter because the cons kind of just outweigh the pros from my experience. And yeah, like you can look at the thumbnail and see that I look a lot different. And there's a few things that changed there. Like I think in the second photo, you can see I have a bit more of like a tan and stuff, and like the haircut is really good. I also shaved quite a lot. Like I used to have this pretty bad beard the past couple of years, but I the reason why I don't have this beard is because first of all it's like way too patchy and kind of long. Because some people, they grow the beard out like properly. They actually grow the beard out and it looks quite good. It doesn't look bad. Like it actually looks good. Like it looks kind of full and like it suits them, and they actually look good with it. A good example is like Ewan McGregor from, who played Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith. He had a good beard, he had short hair, and he had a good beard, but like that wasn't me. I didn't have this full beard. Otherwise, these patches here, you see on the side here, there's like these gaps here where my two fingers are. They should like connect over here and here, but it's not because, I don't know, genetics. But I think if I could fix that, there's a way to actually deal with that and fix it. But I would need to like invest in like some proper like minoxidil or something, because I did have regular minoxidil, but it didn't like do much. I did have the actual serum, the liquid, but it didn't do anything. But I heard there's something stronger that I need out there. I wanted to fill that out. But that's for later on. That's not what I'm doing now. But yeah, those are the main two things, is like my hairstyle, and it shows that hair can change a lot. And also, I do wear caps a lot. I wear like baseball caps a lot. So like when I can't be bothered styling my hair, um, I do wear a hat, so I don't have to worry about, oh, like making it look nice, or if it goes inside my eyes, it prevents that by keeping it in place without having to tie it or anything. That's another thing I do. But yeah, with the beard thing and everything, it was just getting too long. It was getting a bit ridiculous, and it made me look older by 10 years. It like aged me by like 10 years. You know what I mean? And I say I look even younger now than I did 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I look younger than I did 3 years ago, just because of that. Just because I shaved pretty much. So yeah, this is kind of the look that I'm going for. But I will make my hair a bit longer, but not like proper long like how I did before, because the problem wasn't just like the length, it's the way that you style it. Because yes, you can have long hair and you can make it look nice, or you can have slightly long hair. And I think slightly long hair looks better than just regular short. But yeah, you can have long hair and make it look nice, but you need to know what you're doing as a guy. You need to actually know what you're doing. You need to have the right products. You need to have like the right routine and hair dryer and everything. Like you cannot just like grow out, do nothing, and like think it's gonna look good, unless it just like naturally does. But I feel like most people it doesn't. So the lesson I learned from that was like the longer your hair is as a guy, like the riskier it is. Unless it's like a buzz cut, which is like also risky in itself because it's not as good as having normal hair in my opinion. I think having mid length hair is like the go to where it's not too short, not too long, but the longer it is, the riskier it is. That's the best way I can put it. It's riskier. It can either look really good, like oh Jason Momoa or someone like that, or someone who's got like this majestic hair, or it can look really bad. Like it can literally go one or two ways, and you have to be into it and like know what you're doing to make it look nice, in my opinion. Um, I think Jorge Masvidal, he also suits it well. The UFC fight, ex UFC fighter Masvidal, he suited it quite well. He made it work. But yeah, I would say mid length hair, but slightly longer is better than like short. But short is like the safest bet. Like to me, normal short hair is like the safest bet for it's most guys. It's safer, but because it's safer doesn't mean it's better, and it won't stand out. It won't like look way better. It would just be, good, safe, 6 out of 10, type of haircut. It won't be like crazy, stand out or be anything special necessarily, you know. Unless it's neat, unless it's like really neat and just looks really like tidy and neat, then yeah, it can look quite clean. But I think most of the time when it's like just a bit longer, uh, not too much, but just a bit, it can look a lot better. But yeah, there's examples of people I can say like they look better with longer hair or slightly longer hair than if they didn't. Like for instance, Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin in Star Wars, like he looked better with longer hair, in my opinion. I think a lot of people will agree. Like he actually looked better with longer hair than he did shorter hair. And then Ewan McGregor, the other actor, played Obi-Wan. He actually looked better with shorter hair and a beard compared to when he had longer hair. I think than in the second film. In the third film, that they both had the best looks. They both had their most iconic looks there, and that's why I agree with like everyone has their own particular style that looks best, and mine is just kind of what I'm going for now. I'd say maybe I'll just shave the beard a bit down, or yeah, shave it down a bit and like grow the hair a little bit to make it look nicer. Right now it's not looking too bad, but yeah, I think if it was just a bit longer, it would be a bit more like powerful looking and not bad. Now here actually looks not bad. It looks kind of smooth and like silky and just quite smooth. So I'm kind of happy with what I'm going with now. It can always be better, but I'm not striving for perfection. I'm not like a hair guy who's like obsessed with it, like obsessed with going to the barber and fades and all that stuff. I'm not one of those people. I'm just pretty chill with it. But yeah, another thing I would say is like tanning. Like I don't tan myself. Like I don't try to tan or go to sunbeds or anything, but I go out in the sun. So like to me that's one of my strengths. That's one of the strengths that I have is using the sun, getting tanned skin. Because if an average white person tries to get tanned, they can get sunburned quite easily. They can get sunburned. They can't do it. It won't look that good. They'll have these like red patches on their cheekbones and forehead, and I don't get that. I've never had that. It's never ever been an issue for me. I always tan. I always tan very well if it's in like the sun. If it's in bright like 40-degree sun, I can tan quite well and relatively easily. I just need to get some of it. And I think everyone who is tanned and is looksmaxxing, or if they're a brown tan, they should looksmax. They should try to tan, even more to make the skin look more like golden. Do you know what I mean? Like the way it looks in this lighting is how my skin should look like often, or even more so. I think that's one of our strengths, as a light skinned tanned person, is to actually just get loads of sunlight, go on holiday, do that type of stuff. It can definitely help a lot, you know. And that's what I mean. It's like I think everyone has their strengths and weaknesses for the most part, and it's just about finding the most like low effort thing that will help you. Like finding the most the most low effort thing that will help you a lot. The thing that requires the least amount of effort, but just helps you so much without you even having to try too hard. Do you know what I mean? That's what you really want, because I feel like when you have to try so hard to like look a certain way, it's often not really who you are. You're almost like trying to like just fraud like how you look, because you realize you're not looking a certain way, so you have to really try so hard. But if you find your natural strengths, just double down on them. Uh, it will help a lot, because this stuff does work. Looks maxing does work on a certain degree, but I do think it has an end point. I think for me personally, what I'm trying to do is looks max to a certain point, and then just fashion max, just like get really into like fashion and clothing, and get some nice suit or something, or like just get a new wardrobe. Like my dream goal is to have like a nice like wardrobe, almost like a walk-in wardrobe. Have everything I need. Have like something for each occasion. Never be out of an outfit that like I need for a certain occasion. Never think, oh, I don't have this suit, or I don't have this jacket I need, or I don't have these shoes, or I don't have an outfits for a summer. I want to have like everything for each occasion and just be set for wherever I go. I can go anywhere in the world and have something for that. And because I've always lived with my mom, who's like a hoarder, I can never do that type of stuff. And that was the hard part about it. But yeah, that's my dream, like to basically look smacks by going into like a hot country, getting tanned, maybe living in a hot country, getting really tanned, like maximizing my looks. Because it's not just about, you know, getting tanned on my face, it's also about my body and stuff, and like helping my muscles grow. Because I think it helps my muscles grow a lot better. I think that's another thing I was gonna say, is that the sun helps my muscles grow way better and way easier than if I'm just lifting weights in like the cold and there's no sun coming down. They're just grey, cloudy skies. I feel like my muscles don't grow as well. They don't like do anything. Like I feel like they grow and get stronger way better when I'm in the sun. Like it makes it so much easier. Makes it like really easier, like without me even trying hard. I've noticed that quite a bit. So that's my goal. Basically get in the sun, still go to the gym like I'm always doing, and then just like keep up with the haircuts, the hairstyles every month or so. Just a touch up, just keep it a decent length, and then I think I'll be pretty set. I don't want to take looks maxing too far and go to some extreme length. I just want to maximize my strengths, man, and just like get rid of the weaknesses, which is that, what I just mentioned. Maybe fix up the beard, but for the most part, it's mainly sun, and then using the sun, and then using the bodybuilding type of stuff. And then I'll be good, because my physique has been getting better. My physique has been getting like a lot better. I think you can see my shoulders are getting better, my chest, like my back as well. I think I do look better in person. I think that's another thing about me, is that I am one of those people that do look better, like genuinely looks better in person. Can look like 1 or 2 points better in person than I do online. Like I feel like in photos and stuff, I often look like a 4 or 5 out of 10. But then when people see me in person, I look more like a 6.5, maybe even 7 out of 10. And it's one of those annoying things with me, where I always feel like I just don't translate. The photos of me online, or like the videos, don't even translate as well as how I look like in person as much. That's why I try to like use really good pictures if I can, and try to avoid like using bad imagery, but you can't always help it. Another thing is just like geomaxing. So geomaxing, passport bros, whatever, like that whole thing does work. Like I can make a different video about that, but that does work. Like it does work, because I'm in Berlin. I'm in Germany now, and I can tell you that people are nicer. It is easier, and that, yeah, like I said in the previous video, your hometown is not the whole world. The city, the country you grew up in, that is not the whole world. You need to get out there and just meet and talk to way newer different people, in your life. But that's mainly what I'm talking about. Look at the thumbnail. Look at how I look. Look how different I look. Look at my hairstyle. Look at my face. Everything. Take notes. I'm not saying I'm some crazy looks maxer, but I'm just saying this stuff does work, and it's worth trying out and going on some sort of journey, just for a little while, until you think things have figured out for you. But anyway, that's what I've got to say. Mysterious out.